What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Danganronpa. It is time to begin the class trial.
Again.
Taka
The
is
third
dead.
one.
Hifumi is dead, for real this time. And we have to go figure out who it was
Who done it?
that killed them. Or at least who killed Hifumi, because I'm pretty sure that Hifumi killed Taka, but I don't know. Now, one thing that I thought about afterwards, because like if you people make comments in the section, we were recording like pretty far ahead in the future, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
By the time you see this, we recorded this like a week ago.
Yeah.
But something I was thinking like today, because we made our whole little theory thing last time, like, okay, this is what the case is probably going to be like. But I didn't really think about the fact of the laptop and what part that's going to play in it, because I don't think there's anything that Celeste would want with the laptop. Because it's still the question of what happened to the laptop and how's that, is it going to relate to this case at all?
Yeah.
I mean, it should be related to...
And how would we talk about it with Monokuma sitting right there?
That is true.
You
So maybe
know?
it's not going to play a part in this case necessarily, but I think that's part of whatever happened between Taka and Hifumi before Hifumi met his demise.
You should be like, hey, remember that laptop that Chihiro made that was trying to find out the secrets of this school? And Monokuma's
He's like,
excuse
huh?
me?
Excuse me? All right. So,
The f you just say?
everyone heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Whoa!
Kuma appears!
Hello! 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 He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell? Which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along. Along? Along?
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please.
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
Even the poor boy, look, I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note?
Well, no, but
How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
I'm sure you think that.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two of us that lost our lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. Alright, let's board the pain train. Take one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Begin to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard,
The pain train?
the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move.
The pain box.
It's getting nice and roomy in here now.
Yeah.
The click in the elevator kept us company as we fell further down. I mean, almost half of us are gone, because there was 15 of us at first, and now there's just 8.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez.
granted, there's apparently a 16th student that's hiding somewhere and gonna be in some kind of twisted fashion.
Toko's been real quiet.
Yeah,
But then again, it's Toko.
she just wants to talk about fucking Byakuya. Oh man, or Master. Okay, there's no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to the top.
Came to a stop.
Fuck. The elevator doors?
Yeah, the elevator
slid
going
open,
down to the top of the building.
opening up onto a cruel fate.
Read, man, read.
It's been a long day of work.
Ooh, it's blue.
I was about to say,
You redecorated again.
when I see all you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life really is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you.
Why? Why making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? You really hate me so much, but I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop moving around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. We'll never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I do that. I never hold down. I never hold out like. I hold down here like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Go ahead and save for my ultimate demise. Okay. Did we get a new skill? I'm trying to remember if we did or not. I thought we... Oh, wait, no, we got the one for, we got the money skill. That's what we got. So that's not going to play any part in here, so... Oh, well. We've got our skills of the... Increase damage to the opponent when in the bullet time battle, and then increase bullet capacity. Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's another reason to talk to people is getting those.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I know.
If you can figure out
Who done it?
then only they will receive punishment.
But if you pick the wrong one,
Yes,
I'll
yes.
punish everyone
besides the blackened,
and the one that deceived everyone else will
will graduate.
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
was that?
What?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
She's jumping on the train too.
Dude, the way that she said that, just it was
Yeah.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Jesus.
You call it a murder?
For real.
I'm sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
this poor
Is he
guy.
really the killer or
No.
anything else? We have to make that clear. It's too easy for him to be the killer.
And again, Celeste immediately off the bat, she took control of the situation.
Yeah, I know that Hina's pretty stressed out from everything, and so she wants to go to that for the conclusion.
Yeah.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that
So-
you are the culprit.
So it's his message that we're using for right now.
Did you see
Yeah.
that?
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room.
Okay.
The blueprints,
So I guess
the suit
I'll go on that one
parts,
before the thing
they are
goes
all
on.
proof
Damn it.
that you are the culprit.
All right, now I gotta fast forward all the way through.
No, just hold on a second.
His voice is sped up. All right, so let me
Everything
just
we found in your room. The blueprints,
No, that's wrong.
Break! Break
Are
me
we
off a piece of
sure
that KK
Hiro
bar.
really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
yes.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Oh, come on.
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think I've tried to change my handwriting anyway.
He's not wrong. I'm sorry, buddy.
Are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Yes, listen to me, my donut-loving compatriot.
He's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Why do you have to be the fucking voice of reason in this case? Don't make me like you.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I don't think that either.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have... I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, it's not Hina. I still think it's Hiro because I think he was
Hiro.
knocked
They
out.
did yeah.
There's no way it was Hina. She didn't even remotely come close to
The
finish.
Illuminati.
I got it.
I wonder what happened if you said that.
Other than Hero,
Only
I can't
disastrous.
think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
No.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Hey!
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
I hate when you're right.
What?
Yeah.
I have to agree with you after what you did last case.
Now that's a bold assumption.
You're on to talk.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
It's what he do.
Yeah.
Things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
I mean, that was the cart.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
And the tarp.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I can, actually. Things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been.
Why does he keep testing us like this? I
I
hate
don't know.
it.
I assume they want us to use both of them, but number one is the blue tarp, and number two is the repository
Yeah.
dolly. So blue tarp first.
I got it.
There's still one more thing.
Yep.
Things that were used to move his body must have been.
And the
that
tarp.
and
Or no, the
dolly.
dolly. Yeah. My
They were
brain's like, oh,
a
tarp
dolly
again.
and a tarp, right?
Don't give me that look.
What?
That attitude.
So let's see if I can explain.
Oh, okay.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yes.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Correct.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
And make it a lot faster before people showed up.
Yeah.
That explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
And showed up in the art room.
Yep. Not to mention the
Later,
tracks in the
when
blood.
Taka's body
Yeah.
reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Yes.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Yes, I am.
What do you mean?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
It was in the equipment room.
Yeah.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, that's not correct at all.
She's
No.
raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is
Overruled.
no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
All right, you're
She's
you're pushing my
definitely
buttons.
She's.
You're pushing my buttons,
All
Celeste.
accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around.
You're pushing my buttons even harder, Celeste. Well, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean.
Yeah.
But maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Are you serious?
Another element?
Okay.
Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them.
Huh?
Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark.
Huh?
Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are.
Eh,
However, you can reload by pressing the X button.
okay.
Just like locking on, you'll have to press the X button in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the X button now has a function along with the A and Y buttons.
Okay.
You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease.
Okay.
Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all.
I wish.
In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I'll try. And by the way, I've seen the comments also, people where you mentioned that I can select multiple statements at the same time and shoot them at once. But I'll try to see if I can do that. But it's a
Mondo's
little...
picture.
Hey there, Mondo. At least your butter's not there. There's also been comments that because once again we're recording this like a week in advance, pretty much because we've been playing a lot of it. That even though it's not stated in the game, that one of the reasons that Taka looks like so bad is that he's been starving himself because he won't eat breakfast anymore because he's afraid of accidentally eating Mondo butter.
Oh my god.
So he's not eating anymore because he's afraid of consuming Mondo butter. That's apparently, even though it's never said, I guess, maybe it was said in like the anime at some point or something, but a lot of people are saying that he was starving himself and that's why he was starting to look so bad because he was afraid of what he had seen at the end there.
I don't blame him.
He doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh.
Taka, why? Hifumi I'm okay with, but why Taka? He was just getting cool too.
Hey, at least Mondo's in a butter place.
I think someone else made that joke too, but god damn it.
That hurt me to do. That hurt me. As a huge fan of Mondo, that hurt. But the pun master inside of me had to be let out.
I think our mod's the one that did that joke.
Channy!
Yeah.
Channy!
I think I saw from her and I was like, oh my god. 'Cause she makes jokes at the end of like every case she goes through.
I've heard some from her before and just...
Anyways, back onto the game.
Like with Leon, too bad he had to be killed right off the bat.
I'm stressed that we're going into the bullet time stuff already, but
oh whoa, yeah.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Wow.
Lies will get you nowhere.
Wow.
Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Damn.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
shit, I messed up my timing.
I
Fuck
cannot
off.
agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Fuck.
You miserable wretch.
Do it. Do the thing.
I
Who got it?
cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Hey, the equipment dolly thing. Okay. So.
We've never had to do that with her before.
I've never done that so soon.
Yeah.
I have it right
There must be multiple, unless it's a really short trial, there must be multiple instances of that going on, so.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Les really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
I gave you black croissants.
How dare you? We fed you.
We fed you.
How Robo
We fed you your aesthetic.
Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
For real.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
He was
Lay it
knocked
on me.
out.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I like how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does it mean by that?
Well, you can't bend at the waist in the suit.
But did we have that as a truth? But I mean, we got the Robo Justice costumes. Let's see what we can hit it with. So.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, Then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Oh, yep, no.
I'm gonna wait
Then
just in
you can
case,
push
so.
the dolly, no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Yep.
Sorry. I don't think I realize anything.
We know, Hero.
He's
we
been
know.
out this whole time, this poor dude. He gets knocked out, wakes up in this suit thing, and is like, "You killed Takenifumi." And he's like, "What? What's going on?"
The dolly doesn't have any handles, so to push it, you have to be able to bend over. Would anyone wearing the suit have been able to actually stoop down that low?
Nope.
Like that?
As we know,
Meow,
It was
meow,
canned
beep,
from
beep, beep,
there.
Yeah, then loaded it on.
Now, keep in mind.
Well, yeah, but all you'd have to do
beep.
is bend over.
Did I miss it? I got
Nope,
it.
you
Ooh,
got it.
God, I thought I went too high. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, you can't bend.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Look at her. I'm blind as a bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend in the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
I thought that too, but
You can't even see your feet?
yeah.
You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
on top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
That too.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body, because once it's on, you can't take it off, not by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't take it off by yourself. That's the
Yeah, you
important
can't take it
part,
off by
so.
yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
He couldn't get it off.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help.
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. And it looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
You were there.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Well, she means he
could've
wasn't
gotten it off
faking.
by himself,
Yeah.
I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, if he could take it off, he would have.
Exactly.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yes.
You've got some apologizing to do to Hero
For
after
real.
this case, so
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
nope. That's the
No.
problem.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
You told him to say that.
There's something about it. Why are you in the library?
It's when we found him. We found Hifumi when he was hurt in the library,
Oh, yeah.
remember?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice, that's why I decided to call him just now. That was a fake.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hina, no.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Like, I'm thinking that with the way that the suit was designed.
I'm sure Kyoko's got to be onto Celeste.
Oh yeah.
And by
at least something.
by Byakuya's behavior, he probably is too.
Yeah, I from the way that Hiro's acting, I don't even think he realized what was going on. But I assume that Hifumi made the suit, and obviously made it so that he couldn't get out of it on his own for the purpose of so that when he did something, he would have a rock solid alibi and key way to get out of murdering someone by making that suit and being like, I was hit by the guy in the suit who's trapped in the suit and can't get it off. That makes you like solid 1, 2, 3 locked in.
And since Celeste was quote unquote attacked, it makes her seem like,
Yeah.
oh, she was a victim in all this.
Yeah, and the same thing was originally for Hifumi, where it was just kind of locked in and being
Yeah.
like, oh, we can get this, it'll be fine. But then he got. So,
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
yes.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Or do you not like that?
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Yes.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the
Mondo.
beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
God, that hurts.
There's so much to go over.
What a pain in the ass!
I agree already.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
There's
Yeah.
so much, dude.
Maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
She's not saying that.
All right
No.
then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Yes.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted
Stop.
Hifumi.
It was
We were
Batman.
soon joined in our
Yeah.
search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Yeah.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Or so you say.
Yeah.
That was Hifumi.
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi's in the nurse's office.
Yep.
This is bad. Come on, guys. We have to go.
Yeah.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
But not for him.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
Convenient.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Oh, it's because it went throughout the whole school.
Yeah.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right
Are they
after we
forgetting
left
about the
physics lab,
second announcement that went off when they found them in the...
They all seem to just not really react to that at
No,
first.
they didn't.
But maybe Byakuya realized that and he's like, I'll shut up until the time comes.
Maybe
to
because
say
everyone
that.
else is like, oh, since we technically found bodies, it's going off again. It's like, no.
They didn't even react to it really. Like, we
No.
heard it.
Yeah.
I figured they would say something to that, but...
we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the
Disappeared.
nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
Yep.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Yes.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Ah!
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Except for the fact that Celeste is involved in every line of that fucking case.
Yep.
It certainly
Okay.
seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
It's really not.
No.
Well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Yes.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. We're gonna cover the truth of this case. I have to find them no matter what.
Alright.
Alright, so what's the truth bullet they're giving me right now? Is the Monokuma file number 3. Okay. I have to keep in mind there's a way to suck up those contradictions and spit them back out when I need
Taka's
to.
death. I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Yeah, he
Or
did.
Perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Justice Hammers were numbered, but are they really used in that order? I was gonna say, I think we have to actually do a thing there, because if it's the Monokuma file, that's a present, not... I thought that was like present, not present. God damn it, I'm so
You
dumb.
didn't see the S.
Played too much Ace Attorney. Because the victims, because of both ahead, they're both killed with a similar weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a
Yeah.
little suction on this one. So,
Do you remember how to do that?
I think it's the Y button.
Do you want to check?
So,
I'll check with this.
Just to make sure.
Controls. No, not Y.
LB? Is that it?
No, it's when you gotta cycle through. Concentrate slows down the time. Y, or do I hold Y? Is that what the flashback part is? I think that's gonna be it. I guess I'll find out. Here we
I
go.
wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Okay.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Yes. Okay, so let's
Taka
look up that
came
one.
last.
What makes you say that?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I hope that was the right one. So, I think it was. I'll find out.
Yep.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume
Yep.
that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
It was meant to make it seem that way.
Yes.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to
Yep.
disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yes.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. That'd be the note. There must be something that relates to what time he must have died. Or his watch.
Yeah.
His watch will also be a big one. So, oh wait, the hammer's got, how's this work? Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Holy
Wristwatch. It's wristwatch.
Yeah. Wait, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I need
S.
an S. Where's an S at? Give me an S. Give me an S. There.
Give me an S.
Why is it behind the L? Oh, you
Oof.
fucking. Oh wait, wrist. Ooh.
We need an A. C.
Oh, I was waiting for a T. See?
H.
H. Give me a K. Okay, no.
H.
There we go.
Boom.
Well, that was a doozy.
Now I understand.
Complete.
We did it. We're smart.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, you hell are you gonna keep us waiting? Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple
He was
fact
dead for a
slipped
while.
past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yeah.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
But we are splitting these apart for now.
That's right.
Yeah.
With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's been blah, blah, blah.
I have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good answer. I love it.
Don't just go making stuff up.
He's trying, girl.
Anyway, we all have
He's trying to be
rock-solid
useful.
alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Assuming they died in there, which
Yeah.
Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko.
So they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
Well, we're gonna find out what next time.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a process.
Yes, it is. We
But
have to-
I do unfortunately think that our culprit is Celeste.
Yeah, I think she's the one that killed. She at least killed Hifumi. Yeah. The biggest question still, and it'll come at some point, is why was she the accomplice for Hifumi in his murder of Taka? Because that's clearly what's going on, is that Hifumi killed Taka, but Celeste helped him to set up all of this process
might
to make
have
the
been
alibis.
all her idea from the get-go.
Maybe we got to figure out some
She's-
reason.
She's smart.
Yes, and I know she's going to be confident because right now, in a way, she's gambling her life, and so she's never lost in gambling. So she's pretty confident she'll get away with it, which she's not going to. But,
why does
got to get down to this.
Why are my favorites going down? First is Mondo, this second.
Why are your favorites always being the murderers? Why your favorites got to go kill people?
Listen, I don't know. Ask the game.
Hey, you're right.